What's up guys, my name is Tom, welcome back to another video. Today here for very juicy news. I know that I'm late on this, but unfortunately my internet yesterday had some problems and yeah, like I said, unfortunately I couldn't post a video, so here I am. I'm recording this on Thursday. I'm going to record this very quickly and edit very quickly to see if I can post even today, and tomorrow is going to be out a video about the Schumacher DLC. But let's start from the beginning. That is, F1 2020 is going to be a thing. You guys know, you saw from other YouTubers, but like I said, I'm a little bit late but had some problems, like I said. So if you guys could watch all the videos, smash like, scratch if you see plenty more F1 news and racing game content, I would be very thankful. And if you share the video, that would really help me out with the channel, you know. So yeah, F1 2020 is going to be a thing. It's going to be available for PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Google Stadia, I believe is always called, you know. So yeah, I'm going to read very quickly the things about F1 2020, and then I'm going to explain my plans and what we can have as well. That is a thing that I already did in last year's game with the F1 2019 news. So we are here in the F1 2020 website. And yeah, I'm not going to show the announcement trailer because you guys already seen that trailer for sure. So we're going to jump to the big deal, that is the My Team, which is going to allow us to be the 11th team on the F1 grid, which is a thing that we are requesting for a long time, and finally Cody's are able to, you know, implement this in this year's game, which we understood that it was a very hard thing when it comes to licensing. But now I'm going to read. My Team is a major new mode for F1 2020 and the first F1 franchise. Alongside the well-established career mode of F1 games, you'll be able to experience F1 2020 as a driver manager, and it's going to be a new unique insight of world of Formula 1. Whether you're playing My Team or the traditional career mode, you're giving them more flexibility to your season lengths, and you'll be able to choose between the original full 2020 22 race season, including the Hanoi circuit and the circuit of Zandvoort, that is the Vietnam Grand Prix and the Netherlands Grand Prix, respectively, or shorter 10 or 16 options. And when I read that, I was really happy because let's suppose that we are in the season finale, and I don't want to Abu Dhabi. I think no one wants Abu Dhabi for the season finale because it's not really a track that provides good racing. I don't like Abu Dhabi that much as well, and I want the season finale at Brazil, which is a classic and it always provides good racing, and just see some previous races and you know what I'm talking about. Now I can do that in that game, which is amazing. I don't have to do the all 22 races, and I can do 16 races instead of 22, like I said. So this is really good because it's going to allow me, especially me as a content creator, as a student, doesn't have much time to create content for you guys. We have this option of doing less races per season, which is really good. Instead, for example, I'm going to do 2 seasons in this F1 2019 career mode, just so you to know. I'm not going to have time, unfortunately, to make season 3. I can do maybe, who knows, 5 seasons if I am more consistent and I have a shorter calendar. I can do 5 seasons, you know. And this is really good for people like me that don't have YouTube as a full job. And I can remove some races, for example, that don't provide good racing. Like I said, Abu Dhabi, Monaco I'm not going to remove, obviously, because it's a classic. It's a must-have in the calendar. I don't know if he's going to be in this game because the Grand Prix was cancelled to the coronavirus. But I think that Cody's are going to implement that because an F1 game without Monaco is an F1 game without salt and pepper, you know. But you guys are understanding. Now we have so much flexibility now and so much variety with this career mode. I'm going to give some examples. This game, when it comes to be moddable, I can create so much different scenarios because we can create a team. For example, Campos can be in Formula 1 in 2022. I can do that. I can create a team called Campos, I can do a skin for that, and I can do that scenario. I want HRT back. I want to make HRT great again. It was never great, but I want to make HRT great at a second attempt. I can do that. I can bring back Caterham. What if other teams that never been in Formula 1, for example, Porsche, Audi, Aston Martin, that is going to be in the 2021 season. That is amazing. Lamborghini as well. So many brands that have been in the rumors in the previous years. Aston Martin with Red Bull, I'm remembering right now. And now we can do that in the game. We could do that in PC throughout PC modding, but now the console players can do as well. But it's a different concept of career mode, and I really like. And we can be the driver manager, which is a thing that I'm not a pro because, for example, I never played Motorsport Manager, and I really hope that our journey in this My Team career mode is hard. For example, we have some difficulties in terms of growth of our team. We have easy, medium, and hard, and legend, who knows. And for example, the easy is for the casual player that wants to just one season and win the championship. For example, like me, that is a content creator that loves F1 and loves to be tested to the limit. Maybe I can choose Hard or Legend. The journey is going to be tough, where it's going to take maybe 3 or 4 seasons to be a team capable of winning races and the championship. Which is the thing that I'm expecting is when we start our career mode, we are the worst team by far. For example, we are 4 or 3 seconds off the pace, which is a lot. And then we go progressively scaling the ladders until we are the best team. And like I said, I want this to be a long process of 3 or 4 seasons. We can choose a teammate, and I really hope that we can choose F2 drivers. For example, if I want Jack Aitken as my teammate, or Luca Giotto, that is a very good one that is not in Formula 1, you know. And even better than F2 drivers, for example, all the F1 drivers, for example, I can bring Nico Hulkenberg to my team, and he's back to Formula 1. I can bring Robert Kubica, that is a test driver, and then I bring him to be a driver once again, full-time one. Or even Devon Butler and Lucas Weber can be in the equation as well, which I don't think that these two are going to appear in this year's game, because yeah, it was just one game, it was funny, but it was fun. But I think in another game, yeah, one game was enough to see these two guys. It was a nice concept, but it's time to move on and say goodbye to these two guys. Or we have my least favorite option, and I really hope that Cody's don't implement that. That is fictional drivers, which we see in the classic car races when we are playing in single player. I really hope that Cody's don't do that. At least F2 drivers or old F1 drivers. If F1 drivers or old ones can be at least F2 drivers, I can have, for example, like I said, Jack Aitken would be amazing to see. And another feature, we're going to choose our engine supplier, and it's confirmed that we're not going to build our own engine by now. We are going to be allowed to choose the engine supplier, so we have the option of Ferrari, Mercedes, Honda and Renault. We're going to negotiate with these guys. We're going to be in some negotiation with those guys for sure, and that is going to have a huge impact on the budget. For example, the Mercedes is the best engine, probably is going to be the expensive one, the most expensive one, and Honda or Renault, that are the slowest ones, probably are going to be the cheapest ones. And we have to find the balance between that. For example, if I invest more in the Mercedes engine, I have to compromise a little bit Aero, because I'm going to spend more money in the power unit. So I'm really excited to see, because I never tried the thing of manage a team. Like I said, I never played Motorsport Manager, but this is a game changer. This is going to be a game that is going to change everything. I know that I said this in F1 2019, but this is different. This is different. It's a brand new career mode, something that we never had in these last 11 years. We have always had a career mode that we have, okay, we have a team, we're going to drive for that team, and that's it. We're going to have some drivers transfers. We're going to transfer from other team, and we have some drivers transfers like it started to happen since the last year's game. But now we can drive for our own team, which is something that we really want. And yeah, shut up and take my money is what I have to say. I'm really ecstatic, and this is the day after the announcement, and I'm still like this. Imagine when the game is going to come out. Surely that I'm not the only one. Another thing that we're going to have is split screen. Finally we have split screen. Since F1 2014 that we don't have this game mode, and finally we can play with our friends. It's going to be absolute fun when my friends come over. Then we have here the Michael Schumacher Deluxe Edition. That is a thing that I'm going to talk about in another video, so stay tuned for that. And then we have something that Lee Mada said that as huge fans of F1, we continue to innovate and develop game modes that bring players even closer to real sports, said Lee Mada, F1 2020 Game Direct. Yes. We've also added new modes to enable more casual players to get up speed more easily, and we brought back split screen for social play with friends, like I said. The additions reduce both the difficulty and the time barrier to entry while retaining the car handling that our simulator players love. We're going to have another driving aid. I think is going to be for the steering. I'm not going to use that because yeah, I run without assist instead. I have to stop to race with the racing line probably in the 2020. I'm going to work on that, but at the same time a little bit sad, because I want this game to be more simulation, but we have to understand the side of Cody is that they need to reach to more people, and they have to make the game just a little bit arcadey to reach to the casual player, the pad player. And I think in terms of the handling model is not going to be that different, so we don't have to relearn the game. I just hope that the brakes are a little bit easy, because it's so easy to lock up in F1 2019, even on our mods, very realistic on Assetto Corsa. It's more harder to lock up, so I think that's the only thing that needs to change in terms of handling mode. And now we're going to a little bit more deep down in terms of details of my team career mode. So we have here in the blog of Codemasters, and they say for the first time players can create their own F1 team by creating a driver, then choosing a sponsor, an engine supplier, hiring a teammate, and competing as the 11th team of the grid, like I said, and building facilities, develop a team over time, and drive to the top. So we're going to be able to choose. So we're going to be able to choose a sponsor, which is really good because the multiplayer cars don't have sponsors, it's just fake sponsors, and I really hope that we have real sponsors. For example, I want Thrustmaster, that is my wheel, sponsoring my team. I really hope that they have that option. I'm not saying that I want Red Bull in my car, because the Red Bull team already exists. That wouldn't make that much sense. For example, I want Rich Energy. Imagine if they had Rich Energy, the license to implement in the My Team career mode. That would be insane. Imagine me choosing Rich Energy after the fiasco with Haas. Then they say build facilities, so I'm expecting that we're going to have to build a factory and then improve the stuff. And better facilities, more fast that we're going to improve our car. So basically this game, this My Team career mode, is going to be multisport manager, but we're going to be able to drive the car, which is insane. It's insane. This game is going to be a big one. I think it has everything to be a god tier. It has this new concept, and it has a traditional career mode for... I think not many people are going to do that because everyone wants to try the My Team, you know. And talking about the traditional career mode, so it says here, customize the 10-year career mode with a choice of Formula 2 Championship introduction options and season lengths to allow more exciting multiple season career. So maybe here we can have Lucas Weber and Devon Butler, because we're going to have probably those F2 scenarios. And I think Codemasters is not going to change that much because they're going to be investing more in this new concept of career mode. And that's pretty much it. Then we have some images of the official F1 cars. Bear in mind, these are not the final models like it says in the image. This is the multiplayer car that we have in F1 2019, so we're going to have the final models probably in the next few weeks or month. And the last thing, talking about car models, I really hope that our car for My Team career mode has different car models. For example, I want to implement a new front wing concept, and the nose is going to be different. It's not going to be the same. The only thing that is going to change are the numbers of the car, of the coding that is inside of the files of the game, and that is going to make fast. And no, I want to see some minor changes on the nose cone, a different design, which it can that makes every single My Team career mode unique, and a unique car. For example, a new concept of the rear wing. I want to add some winglets. I want to try, for example, a new design on the barge boards that can make the airflowing more efficient. I think you guys are understanding. That will add so much variety, and every single career mode of every single people around the world would be unique, and that is amazing. Take my money, Cody. So yeah, that was pretty much it. Now we're going to wait for more details. Save the date, 10th of July. Yeah, super excited, super hype. I think you can hear from my tone of voice how much hype I am. And like I said, I'm really sorry for not posting the video on Wednesday where was the game announced, but I had some problems and unfortunately I couldn't that. If you watched it till here, I really thank you for watching it. I know you guys watched already from every single YouTuber in the community, but the Schumacher DLC video is going to be out soon, so stay tuned for that. But for me, it's everything. My name's Tom, and I'll see you guys for a brand new video next time. But for now, it's goodbye.